What's up, ladies and gentlemen? I hope you're doing very well today. We're gonna do a Rook run specifically to get the missives, which is the 4,000 credit in the pinwheel command station. Just to give you a little note, as a Rook, now without the shotgun being the main, basically power weapon, I always recommend to kind of go for the punch. But in any case, you should try it anyway with the silenced pistol. It works in both cases. But one caveat I want you to know about the 4,000 credits is that sometimes it's not available. I've tried it and tested it where I waited until the last moment where there's no teams on the map or anything, and I went through the top entrance using both of the buttons on my own and ran through. There was claymores on the bottom level where I will show you that we will be in the same places, and the missives were not there. Going back to the main run here, that's just a disclaimer that it's not there every time. I get into a pretty good spot right away, and it's very beneficial for me, obviously. I'm able to get a little bit of loot here, and a little tip on here, it's good to just let the loot populate before you start taking it, unless it's something super important. Say like a purple shield or a blue shield even as a Rook is very imperative. So don't grab it all until the end and you know what you're going to grab, because you make noise the whole time. Not only that, of course, you gotta make sure that all the teams are down. Notice I believe there's 2 teams there. Nothing really imperative that I need. I should have taken the credits probably. But in that case still, you need to go into this run, and every Rook run really, with a reset mindset. I know that sounds funny, but essentially you need to just go straight into it. And basically rush the objective. Whatever it may be. Get what you can, get the bag. You don't have to worry about the matter fixative and anything like that. So I get a really good start to this. And essentially I'm like, okay, I got some signal jammers, I can pop it, I could be safe here. This is what I'm talking about here. These are obviously claymores to halt a push, but also to be a way of knowing that a team is pushing you. Or if they find you out or anything like that, you can retreat back to this place. But as you can see, this area in the bottom level of the pinwheel base with the red door, that is basically a quick entrance to get to the command station as soon as somebody opens the top level. As you can hear in the background, I have a team above me, and that's a big indicator for me to kind of be quiet and crouch as much as I can. Not so much that I'm not willing to fight them, but again, with the shotgun being so weak, you kind of have to play a little bit more passively and strategically. So I have 2 claymores, 1 on each door, specifically to notify me on which side it's hitting on. And the goal here is this red door that I'm hitting right now is to wait for that, hit my ult, run through, not get shot by the turrets or any of the bots inside the command room, and steal the 4,000 credit missive as fast as I can. In this run in particular, I will explain to you as well the fact that the timing on this at higher levels can be really, you just get put in a position like where teams will really make you pay for not doing everything perfect. So in this case, you got to make sure that you play strategic. You try to hit every jump you can, be ready to rumble as soon as you need to, and then fly from there. Notes to take into account onto this as well. As a Rook, you have the 3 claymores, and if you could pick up more, even better. But that 3rd claymore can be used as a chase claymore if you do get into a fight. Knowing the ult, not the tactical ability, but the main ability is to heal your health. Some people don't realize that that's what it's for. These are little notes for you to take. The tactical ability is something you use to hide from bots, right? You can't get it. It does not activate when you're running as well. Or taking damage. So if you're in the heat, it does not help whatsoever. I hit this because I hear the team above me. If I'm not mistaken, I hear them starting to open it. Once they open it, I stop this amp. I push through. Your goal here is not to worry about anything whatsoever. Yes, I have the ult, the tactical ability going on, and running, but I skip everything so I don't get shot at, and they don't hear anything specific from me. I push to the right side because the right side tends to be a more effective route. This is where I mess up, and I'll be honest with you. But you can see right here, you lose all your health. If I hit this jump, I'm okay. I can grab the missive there. I miss it, and somehow I survive. Great, I survive. I heal up. I use my health here. The recuperation ult. I take myself a shield just to get that going. everything reset. A high level team will make you pay for this. They'll already be inside the room, already fighting anybody in there, including the rooks and all of the bots. So as a lone soldier here, thankfully I have a signal jammer and I can push up in here myself. I play off the fact that they are fighting the bots slowly. I don't give myself away. I notice that they haven't taken out even half the bots into the middle lane that's covered. I get the missives. I run out. I could technically run through these vents that I went through originally, but I'm kind of saying, you know, more than likely another team hasn't been and they're not camping in these vents, which is completely possible. I decide to hit the ult specifically so if there's a scout, it doesn't grab their attention that I'm outside already. And then I go automatically to find out where the closest exfil is. Obviously I'm signal jammed, so that helps a lot. And again, your goal is to not look at anything here and just go straight. Try to take the least visual route possible, so not that many people can see you or hear you. Staying off screen is the biggest help in something like this. Again, these kinds of runs are valuable to each player because you can get money, but not only money, you can also get the very, very good guns at very free prices, shields, everything in between. Notice I use my signal jammer is still there, my amp and all that. I have 10 seconds until I can hit my my tactical ability, right? And that's so specifically I can be ready to use it if I need it. I don't kill any of the bots in the area unless they push me directly, so teams can't see where I'm at. Again, they give away your position. So if they're giving away my position, then obviously I'm going to kill them. Outside of that, I try to hold my tactical ability as long as I can, so until I absolutely need it, I can hold it, and then I can pop it, and then I have a higher likelihood that I could get inside of the exfil on time. If you don't realize already, the exfil is approximately 50 seconds before it creates a circle that you'll see in a second, and 10 seconds for you to exfil, so it's a total of a minute. So taking those things into account make a huge deal. The conveyance is another route you can take up into the pinwheel, and that takes approximately 10 seconds to reset as soon as it comes down, and that's another thing you can do. But making sure that you take the Rook route seriously and have a goal in mind is one of the most important things. So like as you can see, I leave with a gun. The gun itself, if you're to buy it, costs about $2,000+. Obviously it's $1,200 in the market. But if you add them all together plus the missives, that's $4,000. If I had a matter fixative, that's another $2,600, and that already in and of itself is about $10,000 worth because the Rook kit on its own is worth $5,000. I come out with about $5,000, I believe, so it ends up being worth $10,000 outside of the waster shotgun not going all the way through. And yeah, just keeping that in mind, making sure that to remember that the missives aren't always there every single round. They are there maybe every other round. Playing those doors is so important with claymores and just running straight through. Try not to hit any walls and hit that jump. And just remember, guys, it doesn't happen every time, and every run isn't the best, so you got to reset every time and try to make it happen each time as if it was the first time. Good luck, guys.